After more than 30 years writing about the dashing Highlander Jamie Fraser, played by Sam Heughan, and the Jacobite uprising, author Diana Gabaldon can surely count herself as an expert on Scottish history, despite being born in Arizona, USA. Unfortunately, the Outlander creator's credentials were questioned recently when she was forced to wade into a semantic debate about Jamie's hat on Twitter. The Outlander writer claimed the word Scotch fell out of use once the Scottish National Party emerged in the mid-20th century. She also claimed fans frequently approach her arguing the correct term is Scots, and Gabaldon has been getting it wrong throughout the series. After one fan asked the author what hat Jamie's ghost was wearing in the opening episode, a Scotch bonnet or tam o' shanter, she claimed the SNP was instrumental in Scotch becoming less common. A professor of Scottish history disagreed with her claims, and the author has since issued a lengthy response. This was in answer to someone who asked what sort of hat he was wearing in the notorious ghost scene from Season 1 of the Outlander show, she said. "Well, there are two gentlemen in that scene, and they're both wearing head coverings, but from the general shape of the discussion, I assumed the questioner meant Jamie, the Highlander, rather than Frank, snappily dressed post-World War II gent. So I said that if it's Jamie, Hess wearing a Scotch bonnet with a feather in it." The traditional hats are now more commonly known as Scots bonnets or tammies. However, Gabaldon insisted she has done extensive research backing up the more traditional use of Scotch throughout the novels. She told The National, "I know from years of experience of people coming up to me at book signings and informing me, often while finger-wagging, a dangerous thing to do if you're within biting distance. That only tape is Scotch. The word is Scots. Mind you, none of these people are Scots, and many of them are plainly the sort who would spell whiskey with an E, so I merely smile pleasantly and sign their books. Because, I actually do quite a bit of research when writing these books, and have been doing, for the last 35 years. Latest, Insight, interview. A lot of said research involves reading things written by actual Scottish people, both fiction and non-fiction. And that's why I feel reasonably okay about saying that most things written by Scottish people through the late 18th, 19th and early 20th centuries used the word Scotch without the slightest blush. As for her claims regarding the SNP, Gabaldon clarified she didn't mean the party itself was responsible for the disappearance of Scotch from common Scottish lexicon. Now, I think that you, or perhaps your readers, may be confusing correlation for casualty with regard to my tweet, she went on. But the fault is really cultural idiom. By which I mean, there were several shifts in usage that occurred through the middle of the 20th century, and these correlated roughly with the growth of the SNP into visibility. That's what I mean by came into power, not that they were running the government but that they had achieved some political representation. As one of the most high-profile writers of historical fiction, hopefully Gabaldon has now reassured her readers of her credentials before the hotly anticipated last Outlander book is finally released. Outlander Season 7 will premiere in the summer of 2023 on Starz in the USA and Lionsgate Plus via Amazon Prime Video in the UK.